I went to college for a couple years. Into my sophomore year, I took a psychedelic psilocybin mushroom trip and just dropped out of college and moved to Nashville.
Wait, what? You're on a shrooms trip and you're like, that's it, I'm out.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, thank you. Margo Price, singer-songwriter, country music. Hard-Headed Woman is the new album. What's your drink?
This is soda, lime, bitters in a rocks glass.
Love it. Thank you. Refreshing.
I don't like things that are very sweet.
Yeah.
I like things that are more bitter. Yeah.
Does that say something about you right there?
I think it does. I think it does.
We're at Pig and Whistle in Manhattan. Great spot. I want to talk about how this all happened for you. You grew up in Illinois.
Yeah.
Your parents had a farm. So you were what, like?
I was like 2, almost 3 years old, and the farming crisis of the mid-1980s kind of came and swept it out from under them. And my dad went to work in a prison, and my mom went from teaching physical education. She moved into the classroom, and she was a 3rd grade teacher.
You were too little probably to see the emotions, but do your parents still talk about it?
It was kind of some of my earliest memories, and my grandmother was very stoic, and she was weeping that day while they were packing up all their stuff, and that's kind of some of my first memories. It definitely affected my entire family, because it was, you know, generations of farming.
Growing up, are you singing from a young age?
Yeah, sang in church choir, sang at all the football games, all the basketball games. I always sang the national anthem.
Okay.
I started piano lessons when I was about 7, and then picked up the guitar when I was 12. My mom signed me up for vocal lessons from this woman who lived about 40 minutes away. She was like the best in the area. She taught me like mezzo-soprano, Italian style singing.
That's a lot different than what you do now.
It sure is.
Mezzo-soprano, like opera basically,
Yeah,
Italian singing.
It was.
Did you know that you wanted to be what you are now, like a singer-songwriter?
I think kind of like middle school, I really got the itch. It was once I got that guitar, I knew that I wanted to pursue the arts in some way. And I went to college for a couple years. Into my sophomore year, I took a psychedelic psilocybin mushroom trip and just dropped out of college and moved to Nashville.
Wait, what? You're on a shrooms trip and you're like, that's it, I'm out.
Yeah, I know that sounds
But what was it? Why would you do that? That's like a huge change to drive down to Nashville with, like on a prayer.
I mean, I don't know, I just felt like I was spinning my wheels there at college. I had this older cousin. I came down there to visit her on spring break and just saw the music community in a way that, I don't know, there were so many different genres that were thriving. There was like a cool punk scene that was happening, and there was all these songwriter rounds going on, and I thought, I think I could live here.
Those first years, what are you doing?
Every odd job you can think of.
Did you put siding on houses?
I did siding, I did roofing, I nannied, I have worked at preschools, I taught dance, I taught swimming lessons. There was was wearing a lot of different hats just to make ends meet.
And are you doing that so you can write songs like in your spare time?
I would go out, sign up for these like writers' nights, and you would just get on the list. Yeah. I wanted to go to Belmont or Vanderbilt and, you know, get a music degree, but my family didn't have the money for that. I certainly didn't have the money for that. And so I just kind of got my education going out and just seeing how other people were writing songs.
And you do hang out with the Belmont students a little bit, I know, right? Because
yes.
Isn't that where you meet your husband, your now husband?
Yeah.
You're married to a guy named Jeremy Ivy.
Yeah. Neither of us were going to school at Belmont, but both of us were partying there. And he was sitting on the couch playing bass and looking really sad, and I was like, that's the guy.
That's him.
That's him, yeah. And he played me a couple songs that night that were just really beautiful.
You guys had the music in common. So did that help? Did that sort of propel both of you forward, do you think? Or?
Absolutely. Having each other to lean on in those early times. I mean, we were just barely eking by. It was always paycheck to paycheck, like water being turned off, you know, oh, we forgot to pay the electricity bill again, or like sometimes we would go cash our checks at the liquor store because we were overdrawn in the bank account, and so we could go there and get cash immediately from them, and they would take like 5–10%. But yeah, it was a struggle in the early days. He sold our car to help fund my first record, and he's believed in me when, you know, other people were like, maybe you should hang it up. Yeah.
Your first album comes out in 2016, Midwest Farmer's Daughter. And it goes pretty high pretty fast.
I mean, I went from playing rooms to, you know, with 15 people in them, to being on Saturday Night Live. Being on every late night show you can imagine. It was amazing to be able to like play the Grand Ole Opry and like, I don't know, prove it to people back home, I think, and prove it to myself. And I mean, I think I would still be playing music if things didn't take off, because it's just what I love to do. Yeah. But I'm really lucky that I get to do it for my career.
You're a mom.
Yes.
I'm a mom too. You're a mom. You've talked a lot about the birth of your twins. One of the twins was born and had a heart issue, and then your son died a couple weeks later.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to tell you that I had 2 pregnancy losses, and one of them was because the baby had a heart issue. So I sort of, when I read your story, it really hit me.
I think, you know, people feel uncomfortable sometimes when you talk about loss, when you talk about grief, especially when you talk about like miscarriages and, you know, losing a baby. But it was really how I processed that trauma, how I processed that grief, was being able to write about it, and have obviously done a lot of therapy as well to move through it. It's something that never goes away, but you know, you learn how to live with it. It's kind of like losing your right arm. Like, nothing is ever going to be the same, but you learn to adjust. I still think about him, still wish he was here every day. Yeah, especially for my son.
I'm sorry for bringing up something that hurts so much, but I could tell that it's like, it's a real part of
It's a piece of who I am.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, and I think, I don't know, it's just given me compassion and just a different worldview, that's for sure.
Hard-Headed Woman is the new album. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to, I don't know, achieve with that?
I think the title speaks for itself. You know, we're kind of living in this strange time where we seem to be going backwards when it comes to women's rights. I'm just here to rattle the cage, to be the squeaky wheel, and raise a little bit of hell, which we need to do.
You're lucky, you're feeling it, right? Your fans are there, they're present, they're celebrating you.
I'm in the best spot that I've been in my whole career. Just personally, mentally, professionally, everything feels like it's coming together in a really beautiful way.
I'm so happy for you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, one more cheers for that.
I'll take another cheers.
I want to do a rapid fire round, is that okay?
Fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Dream collaboration, living or dead?
Stevie Nicks.
We got to make that happen. If you weren't a musician, what do you think you'd be?
Maybe a photographer.
What's your favorite karaoke song?
Fleetwood Mac, Dreams.
Dreams.
Yeah, there's a kava bar here in New York that I just recently went and did karaoke at.
Come on.
Yeah.
Did they know? Did people know it was you?
No, but we had a really fun time. I think I sang like 10 songs that night. Made a lot of friends.
It's fantastic. Margo Price, you are amazing. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Cheers.